welcome to CAGCast episode number 502. I'm your host, GPD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who will be at E3 in spirit, Wombat.
Hey, that's me. Sorry, I was too busy munching on this half-eaten roll of Necco wafers that was sitting on my desk.
Necro wafers?
Necco wafers, not Necro wafers, yes. The wafers of the dead.
I think there's an opportunity there.
Yeah, Necco wafers. Necco wafers? Have you heard of them?
No.
Really?
Yes.
The New England Confection Company?
That the same.
The wafers from them?
Yep, the wafers
those
from
are
them.
terrible. Why are you eating stale candy?
They are bad, and I love them.
And we're doing a podcast, and you're eating.
Right,
well, I
that
was
is
eating them
bad.
before. I was eating them while someone was reading an advertisement.
Right.
So,
That paid for
in all
them.
fairness, I was not eating during the show.
That's part of the show. Mrs. Cheapy was
That's
like,
right, advertisers. You too can have your ad read while Wombat munches on stale candy in the background.
I love Necco wafers. I have a serious problem where I really like them too much. It's probably my favorite non-chocolate candy.
It's a candy they invented before they could make good candy.
Oh, I know. One of the flavors is like lavender.
Yeah.
Like they
All
don't
of the
even have
flavors
real
are
flavors.
Chalk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're all the
chalk.
same flavors you get in Sidewalk Chalk.
Mm-hmm. I highly recommend them for people that have never had them before.
Right.
So they could all
Just
talk
stop
about
by the
how-
Pez Factory too on your way, Wombat.
It's like it's the candy for people that like black coffee and are dead inside.
I like black coffee,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not quite dead inside.
Exactly. I said it's a two-part qualification.
For people who like black coffee and don't cry at movies, ever.
Yeah, it is 100% that candy.
So you've had Pez before, right, Cheapy?
I have had... What do you think? I'm from Mars?
What? I don't know. You didn't know what a Necco wafer was.
I know, that's
so-
weird. That is definitely weird.
It is.
So imagine Pez, but take out most of the sugar and the fun of having one of your favorite characters dispense it.
Oh, I know those. Yeah, I'm looking at the wrapping paper. What do you call that? Packaging.
Wax paper, because they didn't have wrappers back when these things started.
Yeah, I remember not eating those. Like, I think I tried it once and I said, "This tastes like dust." Sawdust.
That is appropriate.
Yeah, that's good. I'd rather have Pez, but I don't eat Pez either.
Oh yeah. Like Pez are a step up, but they are also the stalest of candies.
I like Pez. Who doesn't like Pez?
It's too much sugar. I like
Pez.
Pocky.
Oh yeah, there's no sugar in that.
No, there is, but it's not all sugar. At least there's some cracker in there.
We
Anyway.
went to an event tonight at our local library.
Yeah.
And it was part of the summer reading, maybe. I don't know. This was like the first event we went to at this library. So we were making candy sushi was what was going on.
Okay.
So they read a book about some animals being stuck in some bubble gum, something. I don't know.
Common problem for lots
Right.
of animals.
And then they unleash the kids on a table of candy, just like these giant bowls full of M&Ms and gummy bears and Swedish fish and Twizzlers. And then you took them back to the table and you like smashed down a Rice Krispie treat
Mm-hmm.
and you wrapped a fruit roll up around that Rice Krispie treat. And then you piled up all of the candy that you just got from the table into this thing and rolled it up into a sushi like shape.
Sponsored by your local dentist.
I was like, what are we doing?
Eating too much junk food at night. That's always good with kids.
Yeah. So we didn't let her eat all of it, obviously.
Wow.
Take it home for another day.
My library doesn't serve food. I'm pretty sure. But maybe they should.
It got a lot of kids there. I will tell you that. There were a lot of kids that were like, yes, please let me dine at this table of pounds and pounds of candy. No Necco wafers were in sight.
Then screw that event.
Those are banned.
They're the best.
All right. Did you want to talk about your Marvel Loot Box, Wombat?
I got my first one, but it's not the new one. It's one that I So when you sign up for a year, you could actually order ones that you missed if it's your first time signing up for a year. So I got my Doctor Strange box, which actually came out last November. It's kind of cool. I have a big Doctor Strange mug now, and I've always wanted one of those.
I'm looking at this right now to see what kind of garbage you got.
And a Doctor Strange t-shirt, and a Doctor Strange Funko Pop, and a pin, which is on my backpack.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it.
Yeah. You would be.
What character is on your backpack?
It is actually, there is no character on my backpack, but there is a big Volkswagen logo. And no, I do not drive a Volkswagen.
Wait, what?
I have a big Volkswagen logo on my backpack. Okay,
explain how you got this free backpack from Volkswagen.
I did get a free backpack from Volkswagen.
Uh-huh.
Because I helped my parents get their car. And when I signed the lease paperwork, they gave me all this stuff. So I guess technically I have a Volkswagen. It's just not at my house.
Did they just give it to you, or was this something that you went, hey, I like that backpack?
No, I didn't. I did not know. I actually didn't even know what was in the box until after we left. And they're like, oh, and don't forget your box. I'm like, what box? And they handed me this huge box. And there was all this Volkswagen swag in it. It was like the ultimate E3 swag box, but instead of anything video game related, it was all Volkswagen related. So I don't know. I guess ironically isn't the right word, but for some reason I have all this weird Volkswagen stuff on my house.
You're leasing
even though there are no Volkswagens.
You're leasing a Volkswagen for your parents?
Uh-huh.
Wow, that's very nice of you.
Well, there's a longer story, but for the short version of the story is yes. And out of the deal I got a box of crap.
Does the long version of the story involve fraud?
Not for me.
Interesting.
No, there is no fraud involved. I like how if I do anything nice, you automatically assume I'm doing something criminal.
No, I mean, I don't know. It just seems like a weird thing. I don't know. Yeah.
It's again, long story short. I have a box of stuff. I have a nice Volkswagen water bottle, Volkswagen flashlight. I think I have a Volkswagen poncho somewhere.
Wow.
Volkswagen Funko Pop.
I wish.
Do you?
No.
Volkswagen
I don't know. Maybe
Hot
like
Wheel?
a Volkswagen Beetle Pop. That could be a thing.
I don't know what.
I just like to hear how you get your free stuff, Wombat.
I know.
Just to see how much effort.
Although it's not really free.
Right, you're paying for it.
This isn't free. A box of with a backpack is not free when you lease a car.
Well, couldn't you have just handed it back to them and say take that off my lease?
No,
I would like to take this $60 backpack off my lease.
I don't think it's even a $60 backpack, but we'll pretend it is. Why not? It gets the job done. So, anyway.
Shipwreck, now's a good time to talk about Wombat trying to get that game for free today. No, it's not a good time.
I don't know. He just was interested in Elder Scrolls Online, so he made a tweet.
Right. I missed it.
It's not even that interesting. It's not even that interesting a tweet.
Okay. It's just very Wombat. He made a passive aggressive tweet about how Morrowind came out for Elder Scrolls Online, which is the new, I don't know, DLC season, whatever you want to call that. Expansion pack. Those things still exist.
I think it's an expansion pack, sure.
Yeah, I saw a commercial for it. I was at the diner.
Yeah. The actual tweet was, and I said, "Did anyone pick up Morrowind for Elder Scrolls? ? Is it any good? I still have not played any Elder Scrolls Online, but I'm intrigued." Which is true. I am interested in Morrowind because I played Morrowind. And of course I had to tag the head of marketing for Bethesda in my tweet.
It just happened. Yeah.
It just happened. I didn't do that on purpose.
Right. It kind of just autofills his info in, I think.
Without that little tag at the end there, it's pretty benign. But
right.
Once I throw that in, once I throw that in, then it's like, hey, maybe he'll read it and be like, oh, we should give Wombat a copy of the game. I don't understand why. How did this fall through our Bethesda fingers? Oh,
Right.
oh, our net was just too wide. How did we miss this? And I would get a nice long apology email going, dear Wombat,
Dear influencer.
Dear influencer, we are so sorry that we missed the opportunity to get you the game before you record your next episode of the CAGCast. Please accept this code as our humble apology, and please know that everyone at Bethesda loves you. That's all I was expecting. Is that so much?
Also, we'll fly you out to E3 to try our latest stuff.
Instead of, obviously, of course, I got no response at all, which is
It's like he's probably setting stuff up at E3 currently.
yeah. I know that too. I'm not stupid.
I just enjoyed it because you were asking for a game. Like the main game had been out for over a year, and you admitted that you had never played it.
Oh, no, well, that's the marketing.
The game.
That is the marketing mechanism for this game. Have you never played this game before that's been out? Morrowind is your chance. You should play it now. Just get the whole game now. It's like even all the press materials that they send. Even for people who have never played the game before, you can jump right in. You can play it. Here's a handy step-by-step guide on how to play this game alone without having to bother with other people. Like it's
Which
a whole
is a weird
thing
thing to say because why do you have this game? Like why does this game exist if you're like touting it to people like that?
Exactly. That's sort of what intrigues me was literally all this new marketing stuff about here's Morrowind. You don't have to have played anything else.
Oh, is that the hook that it's single player?
It's still the same MMO, but they released like a single player guide for it. Like the single player guide for playing the game. I have it in an email. Like it has some weird title, but so that sort of piques my interest.
So you have no friends.
I have no friends. Exactly. So you have no friends how to play this game. So I was sort of curious, and also curious to see what Morrowind looks like when it's not Xbox style graphics. So,
but sure.
I know it's not the
it's
same.
better than that, but the graphics in Elder Scrolls Online are not super fidelity.
I understand that too.
I played some of this Elder Scrolls Online when it came out originally. And it's fine. It's very much a MMO in the Elder Scrolls universe, which I don't know that that's what you're looking for, Wombat.
Oh, it probably isn't, but it doesn't mean I'm not curious.
The commercial must have worked on you.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. All right. How about some
But it's not like I sent out a tweet that said, give me the game.
Well,
give me the game.
Kind of did. I mean, that's basically what you did. Without, demanding it. I mean, you're not in a position to demand, would you ever say, give me the game?
No.
Right. It's just funny because you don't really even want it. But I don't know. The moment, you got caught up in the moment, I guess.
Sure.
The commercial worked, in other words.
Commercial worked. Good work. Good job marketing.
Good job
and people
spending
have
money.
responded to me and pretty much mixed on whether or not I would like it. I'm still sort of curious. Maybe when it gets cheap, like all of it gets cheap.
I think it's going to be, didn't they just...
The main game, there's been like free times to play that, like multiple times.
I know, but I'm interested in this new content is what I'm interested in.
You won't be interested in it when it's old.
Well, I still might be interested in it when it's old. I'm interested in what this new stuff is. Never mind. We've already talked about this for too much.
It's never too much, Wombat.